Pakistan's Information Minister Qamar Zaman Kaira has said that there isn't much that can be done by Pakistan. They can't do anything about this incident. So that's the comment that's come from the Information Minister of Pakistan. Till now, we had heard from the Pakistani army, which had in a way rubbished the allegations, calling it Indian propaganda. In fact, now Pakistani Information Minister saying that Pakistan cannot do anything about it. So from denial to now washing its hands off the entire matter. This despite Pakistani troops violating ceasefire and brutally killing 2 Indian jawans on Indian territory. That's the response from Pakistan's Information Minister, who said nothing can be done about it. Another provocation that's come from Pakistan, this at a time when India is firmly watching on what sort of response does government come up with after this grave provocation from Pakistan. Pakistan's Information Minister Qamar Zaman Kaira saying that Pakistan can do absolutely nothing about incidents like these. But the onus, of course, is on India first to ensure there is enough pressure built on Pakistan to take action. Senior editor Javed Ansari now joins us from Lahore, reporting now on how it's playing out in Pakistan. Clearly, Javed, it seems Pakistan's washing its hands clean of the entire matter. We had heard the Pakistani army statement earlier where they said this is nothing but Indian propaganda. Now we have Information Minister of Pakistan saying that nothing, absolutely nothing can be done about such ceasefire violations.
Look, the Information and Broadcasting Minister, I spoke to him a short while ago, Ruchika, and he said, in fact, at first he referred to the incident which reportedly happened on Sunday, where Pakistan claims that one of its soldiers and several others were seriously wounded. And he says, you know, if there is action from one side, sometimes it leads to a reaction. However, in the same breath, he went on to regret it. And then I asked him clearly, I said, but don't you think this flies in the face of everything that your leadership has been saying about promoting peace and harmonizing relations with India? He says, we will make an effort, and these are unfortunate incidents, and they should not be, while this may be a temporary setback, but this should not be allowed to escalate, and that our leadership, and we will implore the Indian side of the leadership, I'm quoting him when I say this, he says our leadership and the Indian side of the leadership should work towards ensuring that there are no repeats and that of such incidents, whenever, if at all they occur, they are contained. But yes, the media reaction here is very interesting. This has been mentioned in passing. The denial by the Pakistan administration has been featured prominently, and the tone and tenor of what they have to say is that this was perhaps retaliatory. Of course, no mention of the brutalities that were inflicted on the Indian soldiers.
Absolutely, Javed. There will always be varying versions emanating from both Delhi and Islamabad as to what really happened along the LOC, as we have seen in the past as well. But the big question here is political. It is for the political leadership of India to decide how exactly it should frame its Pakistan policy, given these recent incidents. The latest one is one of the most barbaric ones that we've seen in the past decade or so.
Well, indeed it is. And certainly the onus is now on the government of India to decide on what is the course of relationship that it wants to pursue with Pakistan. From the tone and tenor of the Information and Broadcasting Minister of Pakistan, it is evident he kept referring to the fact that this happened because in relation to an incident which is allegedly happened a couple of days earlier. So now, of course, India needs to get its act together and decide clearly and clinically on the way forward with Pakistan.
Javed Ansari reporting from Lahore on the statement that's been made by Pakistan Information Minister, who said there is absolutely nothing that Pakistan can do in cases of ceasefire violation.